Hello and welcome. Let's talk about the Marvels. So, first thing first, it was not that bad. Before I go to the cinema, I've heard so many comments and so many, not comments in a sense to explain what was the movie about, but comments in the sense that they just said in one sentence that, yeah, it was a bad movie or it was boring, but it was not like this. Okay, it was not one of the maybe first top three Marvel movies, but it was not the worst, and it was one of the ones that I enjoyed. So yeah, there were so many times, there's so many moments in the movie that I was just like, wow, it's interesting or funny or blah blah. And there were some parts that I was totally confused that later on in the video we are going to talk about it. But it was not like something that I say, oh my god, why did I waste my time and came to the cinema? And I honestly, I guess the feeling that when you're coming out of the cinema you have counts something. And for me, was like this, that when I came out of the cinema, I was rather satisfied. And I would say it's a very positive thing. But let's talk about what made me happy and mostly what could be improved. So I must say that this time Captain Marvels were rather more relatable for me. So in the previous movies, in her own movie or in the other movies that she has shown up, she was sometimes for me a little bit not easy to understand or relate, but this time she was more relatable, which I find it very positive. In general, the jokes in the movie were so good. I have said it several times that I love the humor of Marvel, and in this movie we had also enough amount of humor of Marvel, which I would see it as a positive thing. But I think one of the main flaws of the movie was the storyline. So it was so confusing. There was so much happening at the same time that meant that you need more backup stories. You need more knowledge about it to understand what's going on. And there are some moments that there's a big question mark in your head and you're thinking okay, did I miss something? What was happening? Did I don't know, did I fall asleep and I didn't realize? Because first of all, it was fast and it was somehow confusing, but of course at the same time it was not boring that for 20 minutes you see it and think that, oh my god, when are they going to move on? So it was like this. But one of the biggest question mark that it was in my head was that, what are these bangles? Okay, I understood it's somehow ancient and but I needed more story, more I needed to know more about it, to understand the whole thing more. You know what I mean? So first of all, also the Kamala, she was really amazing actress, and I must say that she was one of the very, very big pluses and very big advantages of the movie that maybe later on we talk about her again. But for example, Kamala said that I got this bangle from my grandma, and I guess she said something like she received it per post, but I don't remember honestly. But what was it? Who sent it? Why is it connected to this? I mean, there were so many question marks when they talked about the bangles, or the time that, for example, they suddenly entangled Captain Marvel, Monica, and Kamala. Why? I mean, what happened? Why are you suddenly entangled? They were suddenly from now on we're entangled, and they were all just yeah, cool, now let's continue our journey. So you could ask why, or go deeper, what caused this, that maybe if next time it happened you can somehow avoid it. So yeah, write me in the comment, what do you think? Maybe I missed something that you didn't, but for me was a big question mark, honestly. Another question mark was these cats. Who were sending them? What were them? Or were they reproduced by themselves, or the eating cats? I mean, these things. So what were they? Who were sending them? So this was also not very. Suddenly, cat came and they started to eat the people in the to rescue them. So what were they? So this was also for me okay, interesting. It could not also happen, but I understand it. That was the only maybe way to that everyone survives. So yeah, but still, what were they? And my other question mark was about the singing planet. I mean, MCU comes and recruits one of the best Korean actors for a part in this movie. And then they're singing, they're happy, and then Captain Marvel is there, she's a princess and of that planet, and everything is fine. They're saying, yeah, we are helping you. Attacks happen, and yeah, they go like Captain Marvel and their Marvels, let's say, they get along with their life. And yeah, and they never talks about the singing planet. I mean, what was happening? So what happened to them? Are they all dead? Are they all alive? I mean, a little bit backup story would be nice. But the part that Captain Marvel was rescuing the what were the names? These green peoples. Green people, I don't remember their name. So when she was rescuing them and she said that, oh, I called a friend for helping, I was just thinking, please be Thor, please be Thor. I mean, it was someone from Asgard or New Asgard. It was not Thor. It was maybe the second best for helping. It was the Valkyrie, which maybe in this sense it makes more sense because she's now the king of the New Asgard. So yeah, maybe it made sense, but I mean, I was fangirling and hoping that it's a Thor there. But it was also interesting that they brought her in this equation, let's say. So let's talk about Monica and her relationship with Captain Marvel. So, I mean, I was really hoping that we see more of the connections, how can they bond again together, and in general, more about this relationship between these two that unfortunately we didn't see so much. But one question, okay, she was going to close this hole with her like power that she has now, but why did she need to close it from inside and not from the outside? I mean, again, maybe I'm missing something, but she could stay at the other side and close it, and then she would stay at this timeline that she is right now. So why? I mean, this was also something that I was just looking, I was just like, why, lady? Come this side and then continue your work. The villain was not that much a villain for me because I guess for me it was more like a gray character. So Captain Marvel thought that she's like rescuing the planet, but with like destroying the AI which was ruling on this planet, so she destroyed the planet. And there were this lady who, the villain of our movie, who was trying to rescue her planet. So this is somehow a noble move, let's say. I know she didn't do it in the best way, but still, it is not something that you can hate her, you know what I mean? I don't want to go into the scientific part of it, and it is not a scientific movie that you judge it, but let me tell you that in reality, it is not like this. So if, let's say about the sun, if the sun stops like glowing, if the sun is destroyed, you would not just see a black sphere there. So but anyway, I don't want to go through the science of it. So yeah, it is not a scientific movie. But anyway, so I don't see it as a negative thing, and I don't see the villain as, wow, the villain. She was there, she was trying to rescue her planet in her own way, which was maybe not the best way. But yeah, I mean, I think we could say that she was not the worst villain that MCU has ever had. Let's shortly talk about also the fact that Kamala was starting to like talk to the other teenagers with superpower and trying to like maybe gather a group. Maybe they're trying to make a new Avenger, a younger generation Avenger. Of course, for me, because in my generation, the Avengers are the Avengers, so the original ones. Of course, for me, I don't know if I'm going to like the new generations or not, but of course I understand also that the original Avengers are going to leave at some point and they need a new set of people. I'm super happy that they're not just like putting someone else and say, yeah, from now on this is Iron Man, or from now on this is Black Widow, so with new actors, so this is amazing. But at the same time, I mean, it can be hard to adapt to the new teenage maybe Avengers. Maybe they're not doing an Avenger thing or a new group, but anyway, this was what I thought about it, that I guess is happening. We'll see. Yeah, I must say in general, I honestly enjoyed watching the movie. As I said, not the top 3 best Marvel movies, but at the same time, it was something to enjoy, something to watch, something to say when you're out of cinema. That was amusing. That was entertaining. Yeah, that was my opinion. Let me know, what do you think about it? Have you watched it? Have you enjoyed it? If yes, write me in the comment. If no, write me in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and see you in the next video. Ciao!